If you want to be able to do this, or this, or this, you've come to the right place. One of the most asked Qiyana questions the last couple of years is, Edo, how do I EQ on a minion without it auto-aiming on the wave? I decided it's time to create a guide solving exactly that. If you don't know me, my name is Edo, I'm a Grandmaster level Qiyana player. I've coached over 1000 Qiyana players and I've made it my mission to help Qiyana players achieve their dream rank. Let's start with step number 1 to mastering this combo. In order to use the EQ combo effectively, you first of all need to understand how the E as an ability works. For that purpose, we are going to spend some time in the practice tool. Your E is a fixed distance. This means that if you stand close to your opponent or to a minion, and you E, you will end up behind it. And if you stand far away from it, you will E towards it. So the E is a fixed distance, and we need to use this principle to make the EQ work. Step number 2, the cursor. If you get the cursor timing and the placement wrong, it can feel like the Q is auto-aiming on the wave. The reality is that the EQ only auto-aims on champions, not on minions. The way you abuse that is by aiming your cursor properly at the right time. So if I want to hit this dummy with my EQ, I need to have my cursor on the dummy in the right direction immediately after it leaves my E. So I already have it right now, right? So immediately after my E, my cursor is already at the right spot. I'm also going to include a slow-mo so it's a bit easier to see. Before we continue, I'd like to let you guys know about a unique opportunity. You can talk to me for free and I'll create a full plan for your league journey by clicking the link down below. I'll see you guys there. One of the things that most people mess up when they try to do the EQ is very subtle, and it's really hard to see if you don't know about it. It's the exact timing of when you click Q to cast the ability. You might think, just like many other Qiyana players, that you should throw your Q at the end of the combo. If you do that, the EQ will be delayed and your opponent has time to react. The correct timing is clicking Q while you are in the middle of your E animation. This requires you to already decide where the Q should be directed towards before the E animation has even ended. So you need to be really quick with your decision making, and that makes it a lot easier to hit the EQ. The exact timing of me pressing the Q is now. So I pressed the Q while I was still inside of my E animation, not at the end of the combo. You can also delay it a little bit to see where they are moving into some specific champs. For example, you can E onto a Mel and not use your Q. She might preemptively use her W, so that's a mind game you can use. But generally speaking, you want to cast your Q as early as possible to not delay it for too long. Because what can actually end up happening is that you E and then Q, and that can just end up being a bit too late and too easy to react to. If we combine all 3 steps, you will end up with the perfectly executed Qiyana EQ, which I like to call the Mosquito combo. It allows you to stay full HP while trading with your opponent and then just Wing out. This makes you win lane while still preserving map presence due to you not losing any HP, since you can EQ from quite a far range. If you want to master all the other Qiyana combos, make sure to visit my full combo guide right here. And on your way out, don't forget to like, subscribe and check the link in the description for the best possible Qiyana coaching out there.